They said spicy, I'm making it spicy.
The biggest challenge to making this dish is to please Rie.
I would say it comes down to flavor. It has nothing to do with me. It's all about the ingredients.
Ah! Ooh, drama!
Hi guys, I'm Rie. Usually I make it fancy, but I'm challenging 3 cooks spice up the dish for me. And let's see what is the mystery ingredients. Flatbread. I love bread, like Oprah. And flatbread is one of my favorite. I usually order flatbread when I go to Mediterranean restaurant, Indian restaurant. It is fluffy and soft. I'm looking for something I've never seen before. They have only 45 minutes to impress me. Afterwards, I'm going to choose the winner, and I don't know who cooked what. Let's see who does the best job to spice it up.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm gonna be making a garlic veggie flatbread. So today I'm doing flatbread art. You've seen focaccia art. I am trying to do it on flatbread. I've never done it before, but Rie would like something artsy, something unique, and still true to the dish, which is flatbread. I hurt my thumb earlier, so that's one thing that's keeping me. Thumbs up though. I'm keeping it simple. First, I'm gonna add in all my dry ingredients, my flour, baking powder, sea salt. I'm just gonna whisk this together. Gonna make a little well in the middle. Add in olive oil, some maple syrup. You can also use sugar if you want, and the water. I'm gonna add most of it, but not all of it. So I'm just gonna mix it together until it becomes a workable dough, and then I'll take it out and knead it. The art of flatbread really lies in its simplicity. I feel like if you're making it too complicated and it becomes a pizza, then you're no longer making a flatbread, and that art of the flatbread is now gone. The heart of it, you know? I'm gonna cover this up, leave it for about 10 minutes, and then we can get to decorating. Now I'm gonna make this sauce. Very simple. I'm just gonna combine some garlic and some olive oil, mix that together. Now that it's been 10 minutes, the dough is ready. I'm just gonna separate these into even dough balls. My finger, it hurts. If Rie were here, she would not only know that this is the best flatbread recipe, but it's also the most fun to make. All right, I am just rolling them out. I'm not worried about the actual shape of my canvas. I kind of like this rustic look, and the art is going to be made with the veggies. So for this flatbread, I had a whole scenario in my head. You know, perhaps you're at a candlelit dinner, but first comes out the flatbread. It should be a show-stopping entrance, a wowza. I'm just rolling it out to be about a 1/4 to an 1/8 inch thick.
If you were a spice, what would you be?
Do condiments count as spices? If I were a spice, I would say sesame oil, because when you add sesame oil, it takes you to the next dimension. Let's brush on this garlic oil. This is the exciting part. One of my special ingredients on my flatbread is corn. I feel like corn is such a transformative ingredient, and when you add it to anything, it adds that like vibrancy. So you get like a little bit of pop, some juiciness, some sweetness. It just makes everything taste so good. So for my flatbread art, I'm gonna be making some plants on there. Let's lay down the flowers first. Now I'm adding some yellow bell pepper as the petals of this flower. Fun fact, I actually don't like cilantro. It just tastes too bitter. I'm done with the first one. I am a plant mom with lots of plants and lots of flowers at home. So I'm hoping that when she sees it, she gets a similar feeling that I get when I look at my plants, which is tranquility and happiness. My flatbreads are ready. I'm gonna throw this in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. I'm pretty excited to see how they turn out. While these are baking in the oven, I'm gonna make my green sauce. This sauce is freaking impeccable. Okay, there's this place in the Bay Area when I went to college. There was this place that always served their bread and their pizzas with this green sauce. In fact, if they were out of green sauce that day, I wouldn't go. That's how good this sauce was. I'm adding in some parsley, some green onions, some sprigs of dill. I'm just gonna mince this in the processor. And key ingredient here, anchovies. Very, very important. Garlic, capers drained, and lemon juice. While that's going, I'm gonna pour in a steady stream of olive oil. Oh my gosh, so good. Black pepper, some salt, just one more. I feel like anchovy just really gives the sauce that umami that you're looking for. So good, we're done. My flatbreads are done. I've gone ahead and plated them. The sauce is here. Rie can rip up the flatbreads, dip as she pleases. I hope she likes it.
Hey everybody, my name is Seth, and today I'm making coconut chicken curry flatbread with wasabi crema. So this is a really quick recipe, but what it lacks in time that it takes, it more than makes up for it in flavor. The first thing we want is some full fat coconut milk. Then we're gonna add to that some mild Thai red curry paste. We're gonna add to that some lime juice, some fish sauce, about a half a cup of granulated sugar, some grated ginger, some chopped garlic cloves, some salt, some pepper. So we're like halfway done already. The only thing we wanna do with this is good whisk to make sure that everything's evenly incorporated. So we're gonna take our pound of chicken thighs. They're frankly better than every other part of the chicken, and I'll fight whoever says otherwise. We're gonna add some diced yellow onion and then a cup of chicken stock. So I'm gonna add this to our chicken thighs. The beautiful thing about cooking with a pressure cooker is all of that moisture, all of this liquid is gonna stay in the pot. It's not gonna evaporate. I'm gonna close the lid and then we're gonna set it to high and then we're gonna just let that cook for 20 minutes. Let's move on to the next steps. So this is my wasabi crema. It's only 4 ingredients. So we're gonna start off with some Mexican crema. That is velvety. So you can either do wasabi sauce. If you're familiar with it, it's usually in Asian markets, or you can do wasabi paste. If you're doing wasabi paste like we have here, you wanna be very sparing with it because this stuff is pungent. Then to that, we're gonna add some lemon juice and one of my favorite ingredients that I use in just about everything. We're gonna grate 1 clove of garlic. I think we could stand to put just a little more in there. And then we're gonna get started on step 3. So we're gonna take some watermelon radish like we have here, and they're thinly sliced like potato chips, and just slice them into little ribbons. And to that, we're gonna add some thinly sliced red onion, and then one of my favorite ingredients. I love cilantro. I cannot get enough. So we're just gonna do a rough chop on these. For all of you out there in YouTube land who are watching this right now, I was sharing with the crew that every single production I've been on, every time I cook with Chili's on camera, I always end up rubbing my eyes and we have to break for like 30 minutes. But because I only have 45 here, I'm not gonna do that. The spice level is probably, and it all depends on the chilies, because sometimes you'll get Thai chilies that are nice and mild and just have like a bit of the kick. And then you'll get another batch of Thai chilies that will literally kick you in the mouth. So the spice level could be anywhere from a 4 to an 8, but it shouldn't exceed an 8. The very last thing we want to do for our salad that we're going to top my flatbread with is we're going to drizzle a little olive oil. And then we're just going to give our salad a little toss. You see it's nice and colorful. And we're just going to move on to the next step, which is our flatbread. So we're going to get started by just dumping the rest of our olive oil. Then I got my trusty, dusty garlic clove. Grate that down. Give it a good stir. So I'm just going to take the pastry brush and brush this garlic oil, this quick garlic oil all over my flatbread. So our flatbread is garlic oiled up. Our grill pan is nice and screaming hot. Then I'm gonna take my baby tongs here. We're just gonna toss it on. I really just want to give the flatbread a good char. Should only take maybe 60 seconds for each side. I can already smell the garlic. If I was a spice, what would I be? I'd be the whole seasoning aisle at your favorite local grocery store. Only the ones that have like an international section to it too, because I can't just be stuck with salt and pepper. I was raised on just about everything, and my mom raised me on Japanese food. I grew up with a bunch of Filipino friends. We all grew up on Chinese food, so everything that I eat and cook usually has some type of Asian influence in it. We've got some charred flatbread, some good char marks on them. We're just gonna sprinkle some Fontina. It's really creamy and it's delicious. All right, so our oven's preheated, so I'm just gonna pop this in the oven until the cheese starts to bubble, until the cheese on the outside layer starts to get a little crispy. So let's do that. Alrighty guys, we got all the fixings. I'm just gonna get started with assembly. Now we've got our coconut curry chicken. We're just gonna place a little bit on each slice. We're gonna take our crema, just kind of spoon some over top. And finally, beautiful salad to add to each for some crunch, for some freshness. Isn't she a beaut? This is my coconut curry chicken flatbread with wasabi crema. I hope Rie loves it. I hope I destroyed the competition, respectfully of course, but destroyed nonetheless.
Hi, I'm Alex, and today I'm gonna be making Trinidad doubles. It's one of the most popular street foods in Trinidad. It's a spicy, fried flatbread dough, and it's gonna be delicious. Okay, we're gonna start with the barras, which is the fried flatbread part. Super simple. I'm adding in flour, cumin, our yeast, salt, turmeric, white pepper, and sugar. I really wanted to make something today that was going to be a little different. I didn't want to do just like a plain flatbread. This popped in my mind because I've had it a couple times, but I've never made it, so I'm hoping that I don't mess it up. So now I'm gonna put a little water. I can eat so much flatbread. Like if I'm ever at a restaurant, oh my gosh, and they have a flatbread, I'm gonna get the flatbread. I just love bread. I can go on and on. I think I have an advantage just knowing Rie so well, but then I also have a disadvantage in like I haven't made this before, so it could go wrong. We don't have to knead it too long, just a couple minutes to get a nice smooth dough ball consistency. Shake the dough a little. So now I have a clean bowl. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, rub that around. The dough is gonna rise in this bowl. Pop a little towel over there. All right, so let's let this rise and get into the chickpeas. Okay, moving on to our spicy chickpeas or chana. A lot of spice is going into this one, but it's still super simple. First, I'm gonna add in a little bit of oil. Pan is over medium heat. We're doing cayenne, paprika, allspice, nutmeg, dried thyme, curry powder, chicken bouillon, white pepper, and last but not least, cumin. They said spicy, I'm making it spicy. If I was a spice, I would be cayenne. Red hot. Now that that's going, I'm adding in our white onion. Woo! I think I got some spices in my nose. Man, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. I'm gonna add in my garlic. Never too much garlic, in my opinion. All right, now I'm gonna go in with our chickpeas. I hope Rie likes chickpeas. I think she does. Give that a mix. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my stock. This is gonna be kind of like a stew almost. I'm throwing in a habanero today. I didn't cut it open because that's gonna be another level of spice, but I'm just gonna let it kind of like infuse into our stew. I'm also gonna add in some of our green onion. This is not skimping on flavor, I'll tell you that. I'm just gonna add a little salt and fresh parsley. It's so good. It's real low spicy, but she's gonna love it. And now I'm just gonna let this cook down a little bit, thicken up, and that's our chana. Woohoo! Our dough has doubled. Now I'm just gonna punch it down with my hand. Wow, this has a great color too. So now I'm just going to portion this out. We want little dough balls that we're gonna fry up. So first, I'm just gonna cut it in half. Okay, now I'm just gonna roll these dough babies into a ball. I'm also gonna cover these with a towel so they don't dry out while I'm rolling out the rest of them. Before kneading the dough, you take out your aggressions. When you roll the dough, you just kind of like meditate a little. I guess I'm just gonna flatten it, go in for a circle shape because this is gonna puff up in the hot oil when we fry it. All right, we're ready to fry. Our oil is at 350 degrees. Pop it in the oil very carefully, of course. So these fry up really quick, like 30 seconds each side. Looking really good, it's puffing up. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over, other side. There's our first. I'm gonna do another one. This is such a fun street food snack. Next one is done. Time to plate. I am going to do 2 of the fried doughs. So I'm just gonna take our 1 piece of fried dough, the bara, and then top it with our chana. Beautiful. That is our doubles from Trinidad. I hope Rie likes this. Sure did spice it up.
Everything looks amazing. I'm gonna start with this. This kind of looks like a pizza. I love the flavor combination. I think wasabi crema works really well. I love this fresh radish and red onion. Chicken is so tender and juicy. I really like this dish. Next, nice dipping sauce. I like the bread, it's fluffy as I like. There's a lot of flavor with this dipping sauce, like a lot of like herb and acid. It's beautiful on your eyes and it's delicious on your tongue. Next, it's a little bit different. Nice like spice has a kick to it. I love this flatbread. It's like bright color and so fluffy. I like this bread a lot. So we are going to bring back the cooks and we are going to reveal the winner. It was very difficult to choose the winner, but I've made my decision. The winner is Congratulations.
That's awesome.
I think the flavor combination totally worked. I like this dish a lot.
Can I eat it?
All right.
Yeah, I want some.
First, I would like to thank the Academy.
But everyone did a great job. Thank you so much for spicing up a dish for me.
You know what they say about guys with big forks, right?
Oh my God!
They have really big kitchens. Today was so much fun. We ate a lot, we laughed a lot, but maybe you guys should let us know what we should spice up next time. Let us know in the comments.
Yay!